What are the three things that impact your credit score the most? Three things: your payment history, your amounts owed, and your length of credit history. And all of these things are not weighed the same. I'm sure you know this, but your income is not a part of this. So these are the three things that affect your credit history. What is important about having a credit history? Well, if you want to get a mortgage and really even some other loans, you want to have a good credit history. Your credit history your credit score tells a lender of your ability to repay a loan, or it may tell them the risk you have in repaying a loan. Now, really quick here, I am not a lender. I'm a realtor. I talk with lenders. I ask questions. I attend training so that I can learn information about lending and about credit. If you are interested in finding out your mortgage credit score or getting a loan, get in touch with me. I can put you in touch with someone who can help you. Now, what I find sometimes is people are like, Kim, my credit score is 670. And then they go to get a mortgage loan, and that's not their score, okay? What is the difference? Well, the scores that we have access to that you can look at and go, oh, this is my credit score, that is a consumer score. It's a Vantage score, something like Karma. That is different from a mortgage credit score in that it does not predict your ability to be able to pay off the loan or not pay off the loan. Okay, it really doesn't give the indication whether or not you are a risk or not for paying off a loan. A mortgage credit score is what's called a FICO 9 score. The only people, from my understanding, that have access to your FICO 9 score are mortgage lenders. They have a contract with the major credit score companies. They have a contract with the FICO folks, and they're the only ones that have access to that. Now, because of that, they see your entire credit history. They see all the different parts. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Well, number one, if you have any desire to get a loan, let's go ahead and put you in touch with a lender so you know right now what is my true credit score and what do I need to do to improve it, okay? The other reason I mention this is because maybe you are thinking you want a mortgage, but you're like, I'm just going to go to one of these credit repair places. These credit repair places don't have access to your full credit history because they're not a mortgage lender, okay? They can't see it all. Secondly, you're going to pay them money to help you. I've got mortgage lenders who will help you for free, okay? And I've had this in the past where people put more weight on the credit reporting companies, and they went to them, shelled out money to them, and did not improve their credit score. Credit lending companies, what can happen, credit repair companies, I'm sorry, what can happen is because they don't have a full picture, they'll tell you, okay, do X. And so then you do X. Well, then it pulls in something else that they couldn't see before. But now that this is taken care of, something else has come to the surface. With a mortgage lender who knows what they're doing and knows how to help you, and I know those people, that's not going to happen. You can, depending on what's going on, repair your credit in 6 months if you use the right people. Now, sometimes I have people say, well, Kim, you know, I don't want to pull on my credit. I don't want to mess up my credit. Here's the deal. If you've already got bad credit, a little inquiry is not going to make that credit like all of a sudden bomb out, right? And if you've got good credit, one little inquiry is not going to, again, bomb out your credit. Most lenders can do what's called a soft pull even, and it's not even a hard pull on your credit. So again, if you have any thoughts of wanting a mortgage at any point, 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, it's worth it right now to go ahead and have a lender look at your credit. Do you need a credit score? Well, that's up to you. If you have plans to buy a house, most likely you need a mortgage credit score unless you're planning on paying cash for what you're buying. And you can decide for yourself if loaning money, from somebody is good or bad. I'm not going to go there. So how do you create a beautiful credit score? Well, these are just some pointers, and this isn't to repair, okay? But if you've got good credit, you've got good credit and you just want to keep improving it, here are some scores. That you should have maybe 3 credit cards that report to credit. One should be a major credit card that you use regularly every month. And with all of these, you are not accumulating a balance. You're paying it off. You're shuffling through the different cards. If one of them sits dormant for 6 months, go back, use it, reactivate it. Make sure you pay before the due date. Make sure you have automatic payments set up so it will automatically pay. Do not close out credit cards. Avoid opening credit cards frequently, like really only, every couple of years should you be opening a new credit card. And then every 6 months or so, increase the credit limits of the cards you have by $10,000. So these are some hints that a lender told me. Now, here is another hint for you. If you have a child who is going to be looking to purchase a home, if you have a credit card or more than one that has a fabulous history, you have a great credit score, you can add your child, or anybody, it doesn't have to be a child, onto your card as an authorized user, and they get access to your credit history. Now, it's not like they can do anything to mess up your credit history, but they get your history. Those cards that you've had 15 years, that you've paid off regularly, that you've had no problems with, that's going to influence their credit score. All right, so that is a hint for you. If you want to know more information about your credit in general or your mortgage credit score, let me put you in touch with some people who can help you. That would be your next step if you perhaps have an interest in getting a home at some point. So PM me, call me, text me, comment below, do something, send me a carrier pigeon, and let's get you moving to the next step.